And we're live. So
We're live?
We're live.
Jesus.
We're live. A little early. That's okay. Give people time to log in. Although I was thinking about it, we should be able to do some sort of, I think, some sort of countdown. Like we could let people know that we're going live at 6:30, so they could technically log in and.
Is that for every channel, or is it? I thought that was just for bigger channels.
I don't know. Possibly just for bigger channels.
All right.
Which means if you are here,
because you can set a premiere. Is that what you're talking about?
I think.
Yeah, should be a premiere for either a video we've done or a live premiere for a going live session.
Oh, maybe. Which means we need more followers. So if you're here, and you should be, just go ahead right now and just subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell icon so you don't miss a minute of the Audacity. But yeah, no, I saw somebody on Reddit reposted a tweet, so I guess it was somebody on Twitter. I don't remember. Somebody made a suggestion, though, that for the NBA, you should have the teams with the two worst records play each other in the playoffs for the number one draft pick. And even better, you should have the bottom four teams play a 2-game single elimination tournament for seeding.
For the draft?
For the draft.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the only fair way to do it. Because you can tank. You can have your tankathons. Although, while it's gotten the Sixers deep into the playoffs, they've yet to win a championship.
You can blame that squarely on Ben Simmons.
Which,
squarely.
Coincidentally, I am still really holding out for a Ben Simmons trade to Sacramento.
Squarely. Oh, you don't want him. He ain't got no heart.
Oh, no. He will when he comes to Sacramento. Playing with these young kids.
He can do it. He can do it all. He can rebound. He can defend. He's a lockdown defender. He can drive to the hoop.
That's what the Kings need.
He can't really have great shooting outside of the painted area.
Oh, no. He's a terrible shooter.
And his heart is questionable. Wouldn't want him.
Give him someplace different, new scenery, new players. You bring him in. He's immediately your starting power forward. Small forward, not power forward. He's your starting small forward on the Kings. He doesn't have to run the offense. He doesn't have to shoot from outside. You got Harrison Barnes, you got De'Aaron Fox, and you got Halliburton taking the threes. Kings need him for defense and for hustle. And if he can provide that, perfect. Perfectly fine. Drive the lane, play hard defense, bring in that championship mentality. Because the team is good. The Sixers are good. He knows how to win. Kings need that.
Look, the Sixers know how to win and are good because of what Joel Embiid made that mindset of that locker room of trust the process. That was him. That was all Embiid. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, they tried to trust the process with some other pieces. Noel, Ben Simmons is now trying to trust that process and fizzle out. They shouldn't have never let go of Jimmy Butler.
I thought Jimmy wanted out.
No. Jimmy wanted out of Minnesota.
Yeah, well, he wanted out of Chicago.
He came over there and said, the whole y'all ain't shit without me, and blew up practice, and then he got traded. So
yeah, but I mean, he wanted out of Chicago. He wanted out of Minnesota.
Yeah, no, I think he was okay with the 76ers. I just think they needed to pay him. So,
well, they needed to pay him, and they also needed to change up their entire way they played to play like Jimmy Butler. That's the problem. Jimmy Butler wanted to be the number one.
Yeah.
He's not the number one on that team. Because the process says Ben Simmons and then Joel Embiid.
Good Lord, no. You got that backwards. Joel Embiid is number one.
I mean, he is now.
He's always been.
Now that we know the truth.
He's always been. Anyways. We got no intro, so we might as well start it up.
Oh, shit. No, all right, so here we are. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, shit.
Episode 17 of the Arena of Audacity. Coming to you straight from the studio of a fat fella. I am, of course, the fat fella himself.
Fatopia? Can we call it
Fatopia?
Okay. I mean, we're just going to keep coming up with names.
I'm gonna think about this now. Yes, Fatopia. I like Fatopia. The Fatopia of a fat fella. The fat fella himself, me, Matt Jones. And that right over there, Jay Spoon, Josh Witherspoon, as always. Partner in crime on this podcast.
Yes.
And if you were with us last week, and you should have been, you'll know that
Jesus Christ.
this week we're gonna our main topic that we're gonna get to: sequels that should have never been made. Which is why, as you can see, today is episode 17. This time, it's personal again. I went a little crazy on the hashtags on Instagram. I don't know if you noticed them.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't take a look.
I hashtagged again 16 times.
Oh, God.
It's our 17th episode, man.
Oh, goodness.
It's the arena of Audacity again and again and again.
Nobody would think that it happened another 4 more times.
I completely forgot the name. I completely forgot the name of the movie that they were spoofing.
Scorcher?
Scorcher.
Well, that was the name of his spoof movie, trailer. Yeah,
it was a spoof trailer. Because I remembered Booty Sweat and Bust a Nut, but I didn't remember Scorcher. And so when I rewatched that, it was like, when that movie came out, 2008? Yeah. No, 2006.
Something like that.
Oh, man, it was like 2000. No, it was 2005. Because I was still working construction. It was 2005. It was 16 years ago.
Yep.
And it would definitely get every single one of those motherfuckers fired today.
Oh, no, they wouldn't even be able to put that movie out. Are you kidding? Not even close.
Yeah, no. It's never getting made ever again. Unfortunately, Tropic Thunder, hilarious movie, but we've moved past it as a culture.
So, let's talk about some sequels. And I don't know if we want to do a mix-up and say, the bulk of this conversation is probably going to be talking about some crappy sequels. Mm-hmm. Do we want to shine any lights on some good sequels or not?
I think so. Okay. I think so. Because and that's the thing is that, like, I feel like it's been established in the last, obviously, 17 episodes that if something sucks, I'm probably not going to remember it.
Yeah.
So I had to, like, go back and try to remind myself of shitty sequels.
Okay.
And I didn't do a good job because I kept just going back to movie franchises where I was like, oh, I enjoyed that. Oh, I enjoyed that. But yeah. But I do have a modern reference.
Okay.
Well, we'll get there. So how were you thinking of doing this? Because, yeah, we can shine some light on some good ones, and then we can, throw some tea on some bad ones.
Well, we can roll, throw some tea. Is that a phrase?
Sip some tea?
There we go, sip some tea, yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Shade. Throw some shade.
Throw some shade while you're, sipping your tea.
Throw some shade.
Jesus.
Sip some shade while you're throwing your tea. There it is.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well. So, and now keep in mind, in my mind, a sequel is a follow-up to any movie. It doesn't necessarily need to be the second one.
Okay.
If it's a trilogy or 4-parter or what have you, it's just a follow-up to another movie in that specific movie chain.
Now, do reboots count? Because I got a couple in my mind.
They might, because the biggest one in my mind, I mean, I guess we could jump off on this one, would be Space Jam.
Oh, see, now I was going to ask, is this personal? Like, it felt like, because you jumped on this last week, like, it was quick.
So it's not personal.
Mm-hmm.
Because, unfortunately, I still have not seen the movie. And I know, chat, you're going to be like, oh, well, you haven't even seen it. Who cares what you think? So, from what I can experience from what they've put out.
Extrapolation.
It just seems like that it's a shell of itself. Some of the reviews have said that as well, too. Like, it just seems like, I mean, I understand, like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's made for, young kids. It's not made for you 30-year-old. But if you take and look back at the original Space Jam, yes, Michael Jordan is a terrible actor. Who cares? It was more about the fanfare about the Looney Tunes. I think this new movie is putting the fanfare on all WB in terms of their animated products. It's not just the Looney Tunes. It's like the Looney Tunes, the Flintstones, a whole bunch of other entities are in that movie. So you don't really get to just hone in on Daffy or Bugs or anything like that. There's too much going on.
Which
It's
is
trying to be like Ready Player One, and it shouldn't have tried to do that.
Which is, I feel like, a great way to start this conversation off, because I also have not seen Space Jam. Now, my wife has, though.
Okay.
My wife has, and a couple of my friends have, and they made a very good point. They were like, yeah, it's not written for us. It's not written for our generation.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit that some dudes in their mid-30s are just like, hey, how fucking dare you? LeBron James coming back from, 1,200 points down or something like that.
Jesus.
But I mean, I could feel you. We would need to watch it. Maybe maybe next week is our Space Jam review. We'll watch the original, and then we'll watch the new one if we don't have to pay for it.
It's on HBO.
It's on HBO.
Both are on HBO Max.
Oh,
I think Space Jam leaves on the 12th. The new one does. They put the
watch
old
that.
one back on, probably because people were like, well, I need to compare.
I can remember that one almost shot for shot. So don't ask me about it now. It's one of those, like, when you're just like, oh, I love that song. You're like, yeah, sing the lyrics. They're like, no, play the song. Then I could sing the lyrics. Anyway.
And that's another good point. No, not a great soundtrack. At least from what I hear. The new Space Jam, not a great soundtrack.
See, now we're really going to have to take notes.
Whereas the first Space Jam, pretty great. It has some bangers on there. So,
I mean, the title song alone, I won I didn't win, but my Taekwondo school won a demonstration using that song.
Great form.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Gonna get our asses kicked, but we're gonna look great doing it. All right, so I mean, if we're just starting off with like new movies that like sequels that just didn't need to be made, I'm gonna go with Third Bill and Ted.
Ooh, still haven't watched it.
Still haven't watched it?
No.
Oh man. So I have, and it just fell so flat. Like it just. I see. I don't want to like spoiler it or anything for you, because I do think you need to watch it with fresh eyes. Because I don't know, maybe you'll like it.
Okay.
But it seemed like such fan service that didn't need to happen.
Now, did they waited just too long to put the movie out?
No, no, they made
it make sense on why it took so long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they made it make sense why it took so long. And they made other things make sense. And they had like the time paradoxes and all that kind of stuff in the looping. But it was also one of those movies where it was like, oh, hey, we've got a massive star and a guy who was really cool when this movie came out. Let's really lean hard on that. And also special effects. So the script itself was pretty poor. The concept, I think, was kind of cool, but again, execution just did not work.
Well, I mean, my main reason I don't want to watch that movie is because, once again, we're going to follow up. Bogus Adventure, to me, wasn't that great. Like, excellent adventure, great movie.
Now,
Bogus Journey? Sorry.
Bogus Journey. Yeah.
Bogus Journey?
Bogus Journey definitely felt like the, 80s man walking into the 90s being like, of course we're going to do a sequel to this. Let's have him go to hell. It's got to have shock value and, it's got to be crazy. And yeah, no. Second one didn't need to be made. Bogus Adventure, Bogus Journey, whatever the fuck it was. It was Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. Bogus Journey didn't need to be made. Although I will say that was my favorite as a kid. Rewatching the first one, though, a month or so ago, I have no concept of time. This could have happened a year and a half ago. I don't know. Rewatching the first one, though, thoroughly enjoyed that. But yeah, second one didn't need to be made.
Okay.
So, man, that was my heavy hitter right there.
Well, I mean,
that was my Anthony Rizzo. I already used him.
Jesus.
How about that?
Well, no, we're not sidetracking.
I want to sidetrack so hard.
So, because I'm going to hit you with one that I know that you are a fan favorite of. My next one on the list.
Oh, shit.
Because the first two movies were fan-flippin-tastic.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yep. Was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
You shut your mouth.
Was a garbage
shut
movie.
your mouth.
Garbage.
3 was fantastic.
Never.
They brought samurais into it.
Don't give a fuck. It was a shitty movie.
They brought samurais into it, and I haven't rewatched it as an adult, so I don't have an adult context to this. It was a fantastic movie.
I think you need to rewatch it because it was garbage.
It was fantastic.
Garbage pile.
It was an amazing movie.
Nope.
You shut your mouth.
Not even.
Fine, if we're just going to take personal pot shots now. Movies that should have never been made in the first place. Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Oh, see, here we go. Now we're just being ridiculous.
He danced. I'll give it to you.
He
I'll give it to you.
danced in the third one, which was garbage.
Nah, I'll give it to you though. Third one, not as great. I, as a kid, remember loving that movie though, so I'm gonna leave it in there. All right, it's a fantastic movie, but the TMNT reboot, every reboot that they've ever tried to do with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has fallen flat. They always try to
the CGI one I thought was okay.
CGI one was terrible.
No, I thought it was okay.
It was terrible. I wanted my money back.
Oh my god!
I actually remember seeing that in the theaters. I want my money back. I still want my money back.
Now we're not talking about the live action mix with CGI. We're talking about the straight CGI one.
I didn't see the live action one.
Okay, good. I
refuse to watch that.
All right.
Because again, every reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has fallen flat on its face. The original cartoon and the original movies. That's all there is.
Jesus.
And every time they try to redo it, they fuck it up.
Okay.
Because it's just turtles in a half shell. All right? They're ninjas. Just let it be that. Just let it be that. And the comic books, as I understand it, the comic books are hella dark and gritty too.
Yes.
Let it be dark and gritty. But no, everything's got to be with the kids. Kids ain't buying fucking tickets to movies. I'm buying tickets to movies.
Wow.
And I get F9 bullshit. This is the man. We've done a few weeks of movie stuff in a row.
Well, we're waiting on some Marvel stuff, so we can't really go to that well right now. Oh, Suicide Squad is tomorrow, so.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Is it on HBO?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Might have to watch that.
Yeah, so we could probably do a review on that one next week. Well, 2 weeks, I guess, because Space Jam will be next week.
Yeah, we'll do Space Jam next week.
Ugh.
We'll do Space Jam and Bill and Ted.
Ugh.
You watch Bill and you have to watch both, but I'll watch Space Jam.
Ugh.
Now is it also because it's got LeBron James?
No. I mean, it's not because LeBron is in it.
Because he is a decent actor.
It's because of the way, I guess, that he's trying to just overshadow everything that Jordan did.
Do you think he's trying to overshadow everything that Jordan did, or do you think that's his entourage coming in and being like, "Hey, man, I got a fantastic idea. Warner Brothers hit me up. You, Bugs, Daffy, that pig, against aliens."
Yeah.
Although I don't think it's aliens this time. I think it's like a yearly competition now.
I don't even know,
or it's like Olympics. We're gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
That's the shitty thing.
Yeah.
The one viewer right now is listening to us, just being like, "What the absolute hell is going on in here?"
Anyways,
Haven't even watched it. Yeah.
I think consensus can say that from our conversation last week that we'll put Fast 9 in a category of sequels that should not have
sequels
happened.
that should have never been made.
Because
should have made a tier list for this.
Oh, yeah, we should have. Oh well.
Slacked a little bit on this week.
I mean, preparation
happens. I know, right? Prepping? No,
that's not us.
Our natural wile will drive us through. Scripting? Never. Planning things out?
So this one might hit you hard.
Oh shit.
Karate Kid 3.
Oh, with Hilary Swank? No.
Swank. Yeah.
Was 3 Swank?
Oh no, I'm sorry, 4.
4 was Hilary Swank.
4 was Swank, because 3 was still. Because 3 was when he joined Cobra Kai. So
3 was when he joined Cobra Kai.
4.
Yeah. 2 was when they went to Okinawa.
Yeah. Jesus, that's dumbest thing. The dumbest thing.
Oh man, have you watched the show?
Yes, of course I have.
And he goes to Okinawa.
I know.
He finds that guy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. You should definitely watch that show. It's a fantastic show. But yeah, no, 3 was good because 3 was when he came back and joined Cobra Kai. 4 is Swank though, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know how you knew that was going to hit close to home, but that hits close to home.
Look, man, you can't just take a franchise like that. That was the peak of
it's ultimate 80s movie right there.
I don't even know it. Ralph Macchio's career, I guess.
It was Ralph Macchio's career up to that point.
And then just like, we're gonna go in a different direction. Like he could have been, like he wasn't even there. Like he could have took over Mr. Miyagi's spot. And he could have been training Hilary Swank or something. I don't know.
Nah, he had to go off.
Yeah.
Meet his wife.
Yeah.
Start the ultimate car sales
Right.
Enterprise. That's even if 4 is canon. And that's the thing that's fucking with me right now is all these retcons that are going on. Because what was it, Rocky 5? When he had brain damage?
Yeah.
Like, that got retconned to never existed. It's like
the dumb street fight.
Jesus you're like, why? Just accept what happened. I don't know. Be like, that's memorized. They figured out what the fuck was going on. It was a brain tumor. They took it out. Medical sciences have gone so far. They've advanced so much. They're so expensive. I'm broke again. But, I mean,
there you go. There's another sequel that shouldn't have happened. Rocky 5.
Yeah, because you had Rocky, which is a classic. It's a fantastic movie. And then 2 was what? 2 was Thunder Lips?
No, I thought
3 was Thunder Lips because 3 was with Mr. T.
Yeah, because 1 and 2 was Apollo.
1 and 2 is Apollo. Yeah, 3 is Mr. T.
3 was Clobber Lane.
3 was I'm gonna go on a limb. 3 was the best.
3 was the best?
If we're gonna shine,
really?
3 was the best.
Really?
Yes.
Mr. T?
Yes.
Wow.
Because, dude, the whole thing. Because in number 1, it establishes Rocky as like the he's a dog. All right, he's hungry. He's got to eat. All right. 2 was him like, well, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Well, no.
3, he had to completely reinvent himself.
2 was Apollo saying to his entourage, "I beat him, but I didn't really beat him."
Yeah, it was an Apollo.
I didn't beat the man.
It was an Apollo redemption arc. But 3 completed the arc while also reinventing Rocky Balboa.
Gotta run on some beaches.
You gotta run on some beaches. Dude, you gotta learn how to bounce your feet. All right? White boy don't know how to bounce his feet? The montage?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Tureen when I need him? The montage when he's in the gym in LA.
Yeah.
And they're on the board, the bounce board, and he's having to like bounce in time, like with rhythm.
Yeah.
All right, that hits home because I had to fucking learn that. Dude, after high school, when I started going to Marcus's, and when he was just like, he was starting to teach me how to box, and it was like I'm flat-footed and everything. It's like, yeah, it works great for Taekwondo tournaments, but if somebody comes up and tries to swat you in the face, what the fuck are you gonna do? Move your goddamn feet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So fine. But anyway,
although
still.
4 had the best line though. If he dies,
he dies. Yeah.
Best line.
Look, to me, 4 is still the best. Because it was just so, you didn't think that they would kill off a main character like that, and they killed off Apollo.
No.
Yeah,
especially at our age when we were like, I don't know the first time you saw that movie, but I think I was like 12.
Yeah.
And it was just all of a sudden just like Apollo's dead, and you're like, they kill characters?
Yeah.
I'm coming from Power Rangers. Like the worst we got was Tommy winning for 4 episodes. But now he's a good guy. Like you're telling me the Russian doesn't suddenly see the light and think, yay, capitalism.
Nope. They even gave Apollo like the biggest, grandest entrance. They killed him.
Dolph Lundgren too. What an absolute beast. Just genius level and can kill you. But yeah, no, 5 is terrible.
Yes.
But then, what was
Balboa?
Balboa was entertaining.
It was
I'm
entertaining.
willing to accept it.
And then they retconned 5 out because they knew it was garbage.
Yeah. Creed was fantastic. I haven't seen the second one.
Still good. Still a great movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been meaning to watch it, but it's like the first one was just fucking spot on.
Yeah.
And was that the one where Michael B. Jordan legitimately got knocked out? Or was that the second one?
So that is, in terms of, I think it was the second one, but in terms of what he's continuously said, which makes sense, he was like, okay, so in this fight, because, Rocky wants people to touch, but in this fight, he was like, this is where I get knocked out in the movie, so I have to get knocked out. So I don't think he legitimately got knocked out. I think he was doing the best acting job he could there. The
story I heard was he legitimately got knocked out. He blacked out, and then he had to spend the night in the hospital because they thought he had a concussion.
Yeah.
So he was kind of fucked up there for a little bit. But then again, he was in the ring with an actual boxer.
Yeah.
Those dudes hit hard.
Yep.
Like if anyone ever thinks they hit hard, you don't.
Yeah. So, all right.
So yeah. So what's like a outside of Back to the Future.
No.
Okay, because to me, 1, 2, and 3 are classics altogether.
Yeah.
What is your favorite sequel?
We've already talked about it, sir. Spider-Man 2.
Jesus Christ.
So look here. Okay, so here's my tier list, and it's gonna be a lot of comic book movies, but that's who I am. So my tier list is gonna be.
Your top 3 or top 5?
Top 3.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Hands down.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Christ.
Shut your mouth. And because of the kid in me, Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze?
Yeah.
That was the more fun one.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because if there were podcasts back then, I'm pretty sure somebody would have bitched about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But like, how can you go from super dark, depressing, to like, what the fuck is this?
To Ninja Rap.
To Ninja Rap. Oh, my God. And Kevin Nash. I heard a story yesterday.
What?
Kevin Nash and the Punisher.
Oh, yeah, apparently he really got stabbed in that
He
movie.
legitimately got stabbed.
Yeah.
And he just didn't react to it.
I mean, hey, use it.
I mean, and it was like, they were talking about the director was just like, well, can't really use any other shots because it's legitimate. Oh man. See, now I feel on the spot. I didn't actually give it any thought about what my favorite sequels were.
Disc.
I mean, see what's funny now because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, there's so many because I took Back to the Future away from myself. I completely didn't realize that I would actually have to answer this question too. Now I'm thinking of all kinds of terrible ones.
I mean, well, let's hear your terrible ones. Now we're still on the cusp of the beginning of the podcast.
Oh man, the second Power Rangers movie.
Oh,
even as a kid, I thought that was terrible.
Turbo? Yeah, Turbo was bad.
Turbo was terrible. Yeah. The first one was so terrible it was good.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Movies that should have got a sequel. What do you got? Like, what would you think? There's like, what is the one movie should have got a sequel besides Justice League?
I wasn't ready for this question. Yeah, I would have just said free the Snyderverse, but
both on the spot.
A movie that should have got a sequel.
Yep.
But didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'll have to dig on that one. What about you, chat?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
We got 3 people in here. We see the numbers.
A movie that should have got a sequel.
Also, what's your least favorite sequel and what's your favorite sequel, Chad? Ooh. Go ahead. Get in this conversation.
I don't know.
So how about this? What's your favorite movie of all time?
Of all time?
Of all time. If you had to pick your top 3, what would they be?
Oh, man. And I just did myself a disservice. Because I did that. I did Secret of the Ooze, and I should have said Two Towers. Sorry, Janelle.
Terrible sequels. The Hobbit. It was a single fucking book.
First off, The Hobbit's not a sequel. It's a prequel.
No, but the sequels to the Hobbit movies.
Oh.
It's a 3-movie thing.
Okay, yes.
And they didn't even finish the CG with the orcs going down the river.
Okay, I understand, yes. But that was the studio being greedy. It's a 180-page book. It should have been one movie.
Yeah. It should have been a short story.
Bad enough we had
Legolas in it again?
Well, first off, he wasn't in the book, but second off, we had Wish Legolas as well in that movie as too. So the
pirate-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, the guy who played Zeus in Immortal.
Yep.
Yeah. Or Shaw in Fast and Furious, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Fast and Furious, I went back and watched the first one the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janelle and I did.
Tuna sandwich.
Yeah. Nobody likes a tuna sandwich, asshole. I never realized that the movie had a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
The fucking movie is 17 years old. I have never seen the post-credit scene.
Well, it had it in the director's cut, and now they're starting to show that post-credit scene all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it popped up, and I was just like, the fuck is this? And Janelle goes to the post-credit scene. And I was like, what post-credit scene?
Yeah, with Dom going to Mexico.
Yeah, she was like, this is how it explains how they got to Mexico. And I was like, when the fuck did they go to Mexico? This is how little I remember of this fucking franchise. God damn it, family. And no, they never once mentioned, because I said I was going to rewatch it, because they never once mentioned Jacob in the first one.
No.
That never gets brought up. Says a brother from Mia never gets brought up. That crazy uncle who took care of them when they were kids after their dad died and their mom is clearly also dead, never mentioned.
Wow.
The fact that he died trying to be no, actually I bring that up. He did talk about how his dad was in semi-pro NASCAR racing.
Yeah,
he did mention that. Yeah. I also love the pictures where you're just sort of like, nah, it doesn't look like the guy they ended up casting 20 years later, but I guess we'll let it go.
Nah.
So, okay, top 3 movies all time.
What? No, you still haven't done yours. Your sequels.
My sequels?
Yeah, your top sequels.
Top sequels.
I mean, don't keep firing back to me. We haven't even done yours.
I can't think of any. I'm not actually a fan of sequels. You know what? Fucking Secret of the Use is a good one.
Okay.
Secret of the Use, I will definitely put in my top 3. Which is going to suck, because we're going to get done with this, and then all of a sudden I'm going to remember a bunch of them and be like, son of a bitch. I should have wrote this down. We should have had these questions before. Fuck, we should really plan these out.
Who's prepping?
Who's got time for that? We got fucking jobs. You got a kid. We got lives. I have a car. Oh, man. Sequel, and I said car now. I can all think of as Fast and the Furious franchise. I'm not going to lie, though. The Brazilian one I kind of liked. What was that? Fast and Furious 4? Or
Brazil was 5.
Brazil was 5.
Yeah.
Brazil was a fun one.
Yeah.
This is Brazil. Do you know why the Brazilians love the Portuguese but hate the Spanish?
Daddy's still ducking the question.
I am ducking the question. Fat ducking the question right now. I can say what my favorite movies are. We'll go back and forth on this. I'll keep thinking of sequels as we go.
Okay.
Because I have like a list of like movies that I will not turn off if I come to them.
Yep.
And they piss Janelle off to no end.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about this before.
Yeah. So, number 3, we'll go back and forth on this. Number 3, Goon. You ever seen it?
Jesus Christ. No, but I don't want to either.
You should.
No.
It's such a good movie.
It's such a good hockey movie, and I'm not a hockey player.
It's
or
not
fan.
really
Yeah, it is.
a hockey movie. Yeah. See, again, now all I can think of is good sequels, because like D2 and D3, fantastic.
First off, D2, phenomenal. Best Mighty Ducks movie. D3, garbage. Garbage.
We've talked about this. We have talked about this, and you're wrong.
No, it's definitely not.
You are absolutely wrong.
Definitely not. They should have stopped. We didn't need to see them in
100%
college
wrong.
or whatever the hell that
High
was.
school. Well, it was prep school, but
whatever. Okay.
Might as well have been a college campus.
Didn't need it.
Changing our names from the Warriors to the Ducks.
Didn't need it. Bad enough they did it in the Olympics in the second one, and then they did it there. Like, you can't keep living the same cliche over and over.
I got another bad sequels. The entirety of the prequel trilogy. Star Wars.
Oh.
Episodes
wow.
1, 2, and 3.
Wow. The entirety?
I cannot stand those movies.
Darth Maul.
It's cool. Darth Maul is cool.
The high ground.
Dumb. Dumb. So dumb. Somebody put out a theory on Reddit the other day, which actually made me kind of chuckle, but it's still dumb, where they're like, what if Obi-Wan isn't the master of the high ground? He's the master of the low ground. And he was playing into Anakin's ego, saying, I have the high ground. So Anakin knows that he is the master, thinks he's the master of the high ground. So he jumps over him. But no, Obi-Wan had him the entire time. The people who love the sequels, it's like a cult.
Oh my God.
Speed 2. Fuck, I was going to say that. Yes, Speed 2. That's my 3. I don't remember the first one I said, but that's my 3.
Cruise Control?
Oh my God.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus.
Speed 2 was absolutely fucking horrendous.
And look, yes, Speed 2 was a terrible, terrible movie. It shouldn't be in the echelon of... It should have went straight to DVD. Same thing that happened with Never Back Down 2.
Never Back Down should have been straight to DVD.
First off, you shut your mouth. The first one was a fantastic movie. The second one should never have happened.
The first one was terrible.
Undercover Brother 2?
Awful. That's right, they made a second.
God awful.
Oh, Undercover Brother was so good.
Don't even look it up. It's on Netflix. It's garbage.
Kick the ball of bigotry over the goalpost of success.
Agreed. There was no need for that.
Yeah.
No need for what?
All of those, the movies that you just said. Never Back Down, Never Back Down 2, Speed 2.
Nope. And I hate to break it to you guys.
No.
But we could have not had those Matrix sequels.
You know what? I was going to say something about that. But I actually kind of enjoyed them.
Look, they did the purpose of completing the story of the one, but then did it really complete it? Because you're just stuck in the loop.
That's the point.
Yeah, but that's...
It was ripped straight from Stephen King's The Tower, but... or Tower series. Which, God, I've tried reading. I can't. Yeah, Watchtower.
It's hard to read Stephen King books. Anyway, but that's a movie that needs a sequel.
The Watchtower?
The Watchtower.
I would agree. I liked the movie, although apparently people who read the books didn't, which I can totally understand because Game of Thrones. And also
seen the show.
Jurassic Park.
Never even seen the show.
Space Jam.
We've already talked about the Space Jams.
We can bring it up though.
We can bring it up again.
Yeah.
We both haven't seen that movie yet. We both will watch that movie and do a review on it next week.
Yeah, next week we're talking about Space Jam and the third Bill and Ted.
But in terms of our original opinions on Space Jam, you can't really call it two. LeBron Space Jam?
LeBron Jam.
Oh, God.
Space James.
Is that it feels like it's missing some essence of the first one, but then also trying to do too much on itself.
Now, and I do think we have to put some...
Ooh, the transporter? Oh. Okay, look. Okay, you know what? I'll give it to you. What was it? Was it the third one or the second one? One of the two felt just like it was a stupid Audi commercial the whole time.
The Expendables. Sorry, we'll get to that comment here in a second. I think it was basically an Audi commercial. What is that and Crank?
Well, no. But when they had the bomb on the bottom of the car, and he jumped the car off the ramp, turned it, it hit the crane took the bomb off, and then he just landed softly on the ground, just and it just drove away.
Was that the transporter? Was that the transporter? Or was that Crank?
No, that was Transporter.
I thought that was Crank.
No, that was Transporter. It was,
which also got needless sequels. No, okay, all of those were terrible. Action movies hit like 1996 and then just stopped being any good.
Oh, except for Universal Soldier: The Return.
Universal Soldier was a bad movie.
But The Return was even worse.
The Return was also terrible.
And first off, Expendables. Because now that
I'm going to go back on literally what I just said. Expendables was fantastic. Every single one of those sequels was fantastic.
I like the first Expendables, but not the others. Okay, so you
have to rewatch those. You're going to have to rewatch those. They're magical. Terry Crews, when he finally gets his shotgun.
That was the first one, though.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was the first one.
Fuck.
Second one.
Is that the basketball game with Jason Statham showing up on the Aprilla?
That was the first one, too. I don't know. I think you got your first one mixed up with a lot of them. But the second one, I think, was the first one with Stone Cold? Or was the second one with Stone Cold?
Stone Cold was in this?
Yeah, he was one of the bad guys. He was like the second level bad guy.
Shit, I'm going to have to rewatch
God damn it. That was the one where he was like the super...
I absolutely like the sequels to the Expendables. I don't remember any of the details apparently, but I like them.
Kung Fu Panda. Okay, yeah. I mean, the first one was okay. So
now we're reaching. The second one wasn't bad.
Never watched it.
Because that was when Poe learned the secret, or whatever.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Kung Fu Panda. You know what prequel?
And this is probably gonna hit you again.
Fuck.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Was this the recent?
No. So the first two.
Yeah.
The original ones. So the first Mortal Kombat
was good.
Great. You know.
It was good.
Your soul is mine.
It was good.
Lou. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Terrible.
Lou. Fuck.
Terrible.
Second one was good. It was campy, but it was good.
It was terrible.
See, and maybe it was because I always compared it to the Street Fighter movie, which was
with
absolutely
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
horrendous.
How do you have Guile, the American of all Americans, be played by a French dude?
Is he French?
Jean-Claude Van Damme is French.
I thought he was. Someone in chat's got to look this up. Every single Mission Impossible ever.
Ooh,
made. Damn, that's harsh.
Hitting hard.
First one was okay. First one, I think I want to say the first one was okay, but that was when Simon Pegg died in the elevator.
I don't think he dies.
No, he does.
Do you watch any of the Mission Impossibles?
I remember watching the first one.
Okay, all right.
And I remember watching like the fourth one later on, the last one that Ving Rhames was in.
Simon Pegg was in there too.
Pretty sure. Really?
Yes.
Fuck. Damn this terrible memory. I was gonna say Mortal Kombat. Oh, it's because there's gonna be Wrath. Still got to see the third one though.
The new one?
They dropped it from HBO Max before we got to it.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
You know what movie that we saw the other night that was absolutely also horrendous? The Hunt.
The Hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, it was about rich people.
Oh. I could have told you that would have been bad. It was
fucking
horrendous.
horrendous.
Like a terrible premise.
And I remember like watching the trailer because like Janelle hit me up and she was like, "Hey, this looks pretty good." And then I watched the trailer and I was just like, "Maybe you should watch the trailer again." And then she was like, "You're right. This is absolutely terrible." And then it came on Hulu and all we remembered was the conversation about wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
So we watched it and it was like, "Fuck, all right." Like legit, like 15 minutes into it, we were like, "Oh, this is terrible." Grease 2? You knew Grease 2 was gonna suck.
Yeah, that might be.
Come on.
Come on.
That's like the Sandlot 2. Everyone's like, "Oh, the Sandlot 2 is terrible." Yeah, no shit. The story's done. How many more psychotropic trips do you have to take with a 55 Chevy?
I'm going to hit you right in the feelings again.
Fucking hell, you and these goddamn haymakers.
Major League 2.
Oh! No! Absolutely not! Absolutely not!
It was not great, sir.
Major League 2?
Yeah.
Was phenomenal!
No.
It was such a good movie!
No.
Come on, man!
Nope. Sorry.
Skipper having a heart attack. He's in the hospital. And they've got the British show on. And he's freaking out because the team's hitting home runs. And he's just like, yeah, I love this British shit. Rube having to read Victoria's Secret so that he could throw to second. Wild Thing having to rediscover why they call him Wild Thing. Wesley Snipes was recast, and he shouldn't have been.
Look, it's like, okay, so it's almost, I almost want to put it in the category of the Naked Gun movies, but those were just stupid movies that you could just watch.
Those were comedy gold.
Okay, so once again, stupid movies that you can just watch.
God, we were going to fight on this one.
Look, even the titles are dumb. 33 and a Third?
Yeah. Yeah, it's hilarious. What was the last
see, I didn't know Escape Plan had a sequel until I was doing some research, and I was like, because the first Escape Plan was good. I liked it. It was a good movie.
That one hasn't come through.
But then Escape Plan 2 with Stallone and Batista, apparently is a terrible movie. So, I don't know. I'm sure one day I'll watch it.
Plan. I avoid terrible movies. I think that's why I'm not too great in this conversation. I avoid terrible movies.
Undisputed 2, garbage. Yes, they made a second one.
Why would you make a second one? Because let's be honest with ourselves. The first one, rewatchability 2 decades later, not that great.
I mean,
it's a good movie if you just take it for surface level. But it's not a great movie in general.
It was a lot of build up for a 10-minute fight. So
yeah, and they had great one-liners.
Yeah.
RESPECK.
Yeah.
All right, put some respect on it.
Yeah.
And once again, Wesley Snipes playing Blade 2.
Oh no, chat. No.
Legit haymaker just came through. This is what we call a haymaker.
Okay, so first off, Blade 3 wasn't the best. You could tell nobody wanted to be in that movie.
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds was the only one that wanted to be in there.
Yep.
Everybody else, Wesley was phoning it in.
and he wants to be recast as Blade after phoning in the last movie he was a part of? Come on.
Look, so
Come on.
So first off, here's my hot take on that.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't be casted as Blade. He should be casted as Whistler.
Oh, we've talked about this.
That's my hot take. They should he's too old to be Blade, but he's good enough still to still be a secondary character.
Now remind me on this. Blade 2, that's Triple H, right? With the dog that's a vampire?
That's Blade 3.
That is Blade 3.
Yes.
That's right, because Ryan Reynolds makes fun of him.
Blade 2 was when they were trying to make Daywalkers, and the Vampire King or whatever, his son was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was like a virus in the vampire world, and they needed Blade to come help them.
Oh. And the first one was when they got the fat vampire and shone the lights on him and was like burning all of his skin, right? Or is that okay? All right, all right.
Yeah.
See, Blade wasn't that bad. Blade 2 obviously was terrible.
No, you shut your mouth. Once again, Blade 2 was not terrible.
Which was the one where they had to they were taking all the vampires and they were draining their blood so that they can resurrect like Dracula or whatever the fuck it was.
That was the first one.
That was the first one?
Yeah.
Still good. Still good. Because when dude picks up his sword, he's like, I got his sword!
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoilers, I guess. I guess.
Anyways. I mean, second one had the best one-liner. You do not know who you're fucking with.
Man.
Come on.
That is a good one-liner.
Come on.
That is a good one-liner. Yep. Yeah. Explain yourself, chat.
Anyways.
Oh, man.
So... Oh, man, I had one, too, that for a movie that needed a sequel, and now I forgot it because Chad had to go and throw that haymaker there with Blade 2. Jesus.
Top 3 movies, though. Number 3. What would you... Or actually, not even necessarily top 3 movies, but movies that, like, if they're on, you can't walk away from. You got to watch them. I feel like we've done this before.
Yeah, we have. So, Shawshank, of course.
Fucking information is going to change. Hell yeah, Shawshank.
Yeah, if it's there, I'm watching it.
Also a Stephen King book. Just fucking insanely difficult to get through. The man is just overly verbose.
For me, it'll be any Lord of the Rings movie.
Wrong on that one.
Not even close.
How can you just dedicate a half a month of your life to those movies?
Not even half a month. What are you talking about?
It's a solid 2 weeks worth of movies right there.
It's about 3.5 hours of time for a movie.
For the intro, sure.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus.
Like, it takes, 2 hours and 45 minutes for that scene where Elijah Wood looks at Gandalf, and it's just like, okay, hold on to your secrets then. It takes, at least another hour and a half for Sam to be introduced.
What movies are you watching?
Lord of the Rings.
Are you falling asleep? And then waking up 2 minutes later thinking that you slept for a half an hour?
No, I sleep for 8 hours and come back, and they're just leaving the Shire.
Maybe if you're watching them on TBS, did they restart it?
Nope. It was across the street from my parents' house. Watched the goddamn extended versions halfway through the day, and I'm 12 hours into this. I'm fucking done. I'm over it.
Ugh.
My ass hurts. These couches aren't that comfortable.
Jesus Christ. I would have to say, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Ooh.
If it's on, I'm watching it.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
The Die Hards. There's another series that didn't need a fourth.
What?
The first 3 were good. The fourth one, it was like, the internet's down.
Okay.
Also, just to get to chat real quick, Boondock Saints. Did you ever watch the second one?
No.
Yeah, no. Neither did I. You should have just known. The first one's a classic. The second one, couldn't even tell you anything about it.
So here is my idea for a movie. If they did a sequel for it, they should do it.
Fantasy booking.
So, Superbad, great movie. But
okay,
now there's enough time between when the movie first came out till now where they can do a realistic sequel and follow up with the story. Maybe, in my mind, it'd be Becca and Evan never get together because they're too quirky for each other. But that's Evan's goal, to try to track down Becca and get together with her.
Oh, man. Okay, continue.
Seth and, what's her face?
Yeah, Emma Stone.
They end up getting married, having 3 kids and Seth wants out.
I'll take it a different step. I'll say they got married and then they got divorced. And she took the kids and went cross country.
Oh.
And that's why Emma Stone doesn't have to be cast for the movie.
Damn, why are you taking Emma Stone out?
Because I don't think she would do it.
She did Zombieland too.
Yeah, she did
phoned that in.
She did Zombieland. She phoned that in. She's on a Disney contract now. She doesn't have to do anything.
Is she? Who? What? Oh.
Cruella.
Well, I mean, we'll see because she's suing now too.
Yeah, I heard about that. She's suing...
I don't get her thing with unless she had the same kind of contract that
I think they all have the same contract because there's a third. I gotta stop doing threes the way I do threes because apparently there's something fucked up with it. There's a third actor that is suing as well. It's a dude. I don't know who he is though. But yeah, I think they all have the same contract. But yes, I like the premise. But what about McLovin?
I don't know about McLovin. Maybe he becomes a school teacher.
Oh, fuck, you go straight.
Maybe he becomes a cop. I don't know. He has the end.
Cop would be it.
Yeah.
Cop would be it. And you'd have to like Seth Rogen would have to be like the chief of police.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He doesn't know how he got there, but he knows he's there. And his buddy shot on the line of duty.
Ooh, damn.
Right?
This movie's going dark all over the place.
I mean, yeah, you gotta go semi-dark. Because here's the other dark piece. It can be all about Michael Cera trying to reconnect with What's-Her-Face. And Jonah Hill and Emma, and trying to get Emma Stone back. Because he realized he fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. So you can have all of that. But if we want to bring some real life into this, and chat knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, Jesus.
Former high school flings do not work out.
Oh my God.
So you can have Michael Cera.
Take a shot at chat?
Not at chat, with chat. They know what I'm talking about. But they get together. They hook up. They have a great time.
Yeah.
They have a relationship.
Yeah.
6 months later, a kid's on the way. A month after that, they're getting married. 5 months after that, suddenly the marriage is falling apart. And then the next summer, she's moving back in with her parents.
Damn.
Just because it never works out.
Damn. Okay, well,
if it has worked out for you, congratulations. But I have a very specific story in mind where it doesn't work out.
Taking some shots. Holy shit.
Yeah, because if they'd have just listened to the advice they were given.
Oh my God. Wow. This sounds very personal.
A little bit.
I don't think we want to drag it out on...
Superbad 2 would be a fun movie, though.
On,
Superbad 2 would be a fun, especially considering that Jonah Hill is doing stuff and Michael Cera really hasn't done much. I think he's producing.
See, and I hate to keep on Michael Cera on my movies that need sequels, but God damn it, if we can't get another Scott Pilgrim versus the World, I don't know.
I thought the story was done.
No, there's multiple books in that.
Yeah, but I thought the multiple books were all leading up to just roughly the same story that they told in the first movie.
Not necessarily.
Because I know the video game is.
Yeah. And
the video games, I understand, follow the comic books.
No, nah.
What would you do, though? That movie was so quirky and so just out there. Well, doing a sequel would have almost it would do a disservice.
So, I don't know if you ever looked into a lot of the things that the director had them do, but one of the things that I didn't notice that came out, and I watched their reunion that they did, their table read, which was actually pretty cool because Chris Evans actually came back and did it.
No shit.
But I guess one of the things that the director did to make it seem like more of a comic book or / anime is that you couldn't blink. Like, go back and watch that movie. The only person that blinks really is Gideon. Everybody else, every scene and line they do, they're not really blinking.
So what you're saying is I have a second movie I had already watched this weekend.
I mean, it's a great movie.
It is a fantastic movie. I enjoy that movie. It's a good going to sleep movie.
God damn it.
Because and this isn't a diss. But my wife and I have 2 movies that we can put on and guaranteed we're going to fall asleep to them. And not because they're boring, but just because we know them so well. Scott Pilgrim and Molly's Game.
Molly's Game.
You ever seen Molly's Game?
No.
It's pretty good. When it comes back on Netflix or Hulu where you don't have to pay for it on Amazon, I absolutely recommend watching it. It's a true story. It's a true story. It's about Molly Bloom. I don't know if you followed college football at this time. Her brother was a wide receiver for Colorado State, and he almost
Colorado State.
Well, and it was a huge story because he went to the Olympics as a downhill skier, moguls, I think, freestyle.
I mean, these are sounding like a lot of events that I'm not watching or listening to.
Well, hold on. There's a huge story in sports because he went there. Because he was part of the Olympic team, he was mandated to have a sponsorship by Nike. So when he came back to college, they said, well, you get a sponsorship. NCAA said, you got a sponsorship, you got to go. You're a professional. So then he fought to get his eligibility back. And then he made it to the NFL. And then he played for 2 seasons. And he's gone. Because he wasn't that good in the NFL. Good college player. Okay. Hell of an Olympian. I think he won gold. Oh. But yeah, because the NCAA sucks. Although now players can make money off their likeness, which includes the number 1 recruit of the class of 2022, who is supposed to be going into his senior season, has enough credits to drop out in the state of Georgia, has dropped out, and is accepting offers. And it's going to make money.
Hey, whatever fits the bill.
Dude, life has gotten so goddamn expensive.
Gotta have one other good one that I can't remember for a sequel that needs to happen.
See, and I think the best sequels at this point would be the ones where you can have legitimate continuity with them. You can be like, okay, this movie came out 15 years ago. Well, let's just show what happened 15 years later.
Yeah. I think that's what happened really with American Pie. Like, you know, it actually went the timeline for their 10-year reunion or whatever. So it made sense in terms of timeline when that movie came out.
Sequels that, as long as you stayed on the 4 American Pies and didn't deviate, good sequels.
Oh, you don't like the American Pie Presents?
No. No. They were the shock jock of movies. We're only out here to say things to get a reaction.
Yeah, but it had Jim's dad in every one of them. He made an appearance in every one of those movies.
Yes, and Eugene Levy is a fantastic actor. I've seen the first half of the first season of Schitt's Creek. It's a good show.
The first half of the first season? Jesus.
It's a little hard to keep up with because they just are one after the next. It's like Letterkenny.
There we go. I remember it now. I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
Another movie that needs a sequel is Dredd.
Yes. Fucking yeah. They're working on it, I thought.
No. Well, they're working on a TV show.
Oh, I thought it was a legit sequel with Carl Urban.
So it's been in the works and been talked about. Carl Urban has said that he's interested in the project, but he hasn't signed on.
Sign on, Carl.
But no, that's
fucking go
that's
like
a movie
Amazon.
that needs a sequel.
Yes.
It's Dredd.
Yes, because Judge Dredd was dog shit.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you took your helmet off. You don't take your helmet off. You're
no.
a judge.
No. Also, apparently, it was Sylvester Stallone who made it be as campy as it was.
Yeah.
The original writers wanted it to follow the comic book and be hella dark and gritty, and he was just like, it's a comic book, it's for kids. And they're like, not really. And he's like, it's a comic book. I know comic books. And you're like, look, Sly. And he goes, yes, as he's counting money out. Literally just counting hundreds, being like, this is your paycheck.
Oh, God. Like the stupid freaking Phoenix guy when Giannis was taking free throws.
Oh, God, that was hilarious.
That's what you get, Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Phoenix in 4. You mean losing in 4? Because they got swept.
Yeah, because who did they beat? Who did they beat this series before? Was it the Clippers? Where the dude got into a fight in the stands?
I can't remember.
And then got tickets for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what you get, Phoenix.
Yeah.
And also, it's Giannis. Man takes 4 steps and he's on the other side of the court. All right.
I mean, you still haven't given us one from you for a sequel that you would need from a movie or a franchise. I mean, you don't even have to say if it didn't have a sequel. It's okay if it had a sequel, but you would like another.
I'll go on a limb because the sequel to this movie really wasn't actually that good. It's serviceable, and it follows roughly the storyline of what happened in real life. But I think a third would be good.
Okay.
Goon 3.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Get off of Goon.
Goon 3. I can take a Goon 3, and not him like having to come back to be an enforcer, but him like teaching the next enforcer.
Then that's just a Netflix series that they can do.
I'll take a Netflix series.
Good Lord.
I will take it. Okay, speaking of series, though, I just want to throw this out there. And, of course, you don't have it. But on Apple TV, Ted Lasso.
Never.
You should really try checking into that.
Why would I
Good.
get Apple TV? I'm not supporting Apple.
Cheapish. And they have good shows.
I'm not supporting Apple.
Mythic Quest. Schmigadoon. Which is hilarious.
Okay.
And it's a...
I don't buy Apple products here.
Well, I guess that's where we end it.
Apple does not come into my home.
It does when I walk into your house. Every other week. Guaranteed.
Okay. So
Sometimes on the weekends.
as a purchase.
As a purchase.
Yes.
I need you to get over that.
Not even close.
Well, all right. This has been episode 17. This time it's personal again. Of the Arena of Audacity. I've been the fat fella himself, Matt Jones. That's been Jay Spoon, Josh Weatherspoon. And next week, tune in as we give you our full reviews of Space Jam, the new one, and the third Bill and Ted.
Oh, that's what it's called. A New Legacy.
A New Legacy?
We could have just already...
Space Jam?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Yeah. I already don't like it. It's going to be great. All right.
Oh, God.
Thanks for joining us.
Peace out, everyone.
See y'all next week. We need an outro music.